Thank you very much, and it's good to be here. I think I probably should just acknowledge the very good presentation by previous speakers. I think the plenary session was also great. I think it's no longer news that the potential for artificial intelligence to disrupt the African landscape is important. But there are also issues of underrepresentation. We also need to acknowledge the fact that what we've seen currently with a lot of new AI models. It also speaks to the fact that it's important for us to pay attention to where the data, upon which the models are being trained are coming from, and how should countries or how should Africa as a continent should respond to this. So the Nigerian AI Connect approach has been proactive, and this is pretty much more what my presentation will be looking at today. But it's important for us to know that, when we talk about participatory governance, it stems from, the pre-20th century, where governance was primarily centralized. And of course, where monarchs and a few elites in powers were, taking decisions. And then, post World War II, where we now had, incidences of emergence of democratic governance, civil rights, and all. Then in the late 20th century, then we have, good governance, emphasizing transparency, accountability, and community engagement. And I think upon these principles, it's important for us to also pay attention to how early adoption of technology for, which is important for public consultations. Um, um, in April 2024, Nigeria, convened, 120 leading Nigerian AI, researchers across the world, from, practitioners, technology companies, civil society, and other groups to co-create a comprehensive national AI strategy. Um, and that particular workshop lasted for a week. And in August 2024, the national AI strategy was published. And that particular process, there are five pillars. The first is to build the foundational AI infrastructure. The second one is to build and sustain a world-class AI ecosystem where there will be a network of stakeholders that will collaborate on practical AI applications. Then there is accelerating AI adoption and sector transformation to make sure that AI, gets, adoption is very efficient in very productive sectors of the economy. Then, ensuring responsible and ethical AI development. And fifth pillar is developing a robust AI governance framework. Which and the strategic initiatives were to be implemented over 5 years. But the government realized that it cannot, on its own, achieve the implementation of the strategy. So and then the government then thought that it's important to bring together what we call the Nigerian AI Collective, which is a global an initiative that tries to bring together stakeholders, including government, academia, the tech sector, civil society, and media to create a sustainable AI ecosystem. And the way the collective works, the way it works is that there are four members of the collective, four institutions: the National Center for AI and Robotics, then the Lagos Business School, the Pan Atlantic University, and the role of the Lagos Business School is to develop very intentional approach, to conduct research, on artificial intelligence to nurture talent, to ensure that talent, that would drive the AI frontiers that they're nurtured from the university, and to coordinate a network of academic researchers to get things done. And then the Center for Journalism Innovation and Development, CGID, representing media and civil society, was, engaged with the process of ensuring that, one AI becomes mainstream in conversations. So also ensures that, AI risks like disinformation, deep fake, they attract, and the narrative that the media would be sharing on artificial intelligence are knowledge driven. So the Center for Journalism Innovation and Development have that mandate within the collective to make sure that it trains journalists on AI literacy. It works with civil society to ventilate AI risk and all of the other risk, and then to also produce narratives that would show the opportunities and the challenges and the potentials of artificial intelligence within the digital economy. And then the fourth organization, Data Science Nigeria, it's an organization that developed platform for AI startups so as to scale transformative solutions locally. And this collective work, has been working to make sure that the AI strategy is not just a paper, but, a working document that these institutions are working on. The collective, have five overarching, pillars, to facilitate a platform for AI professionals and researchers and policymakers to share insights, best practices, and research findings. And capacity building to develop and implement training programs, workshops, and seminars to ensure the skills of AI practitioners, are advanced. To also support and promote AI-focused research and development initiatives, then policy advocacy, like I mentioned earlier, collaborate with stakeholders to develop AI-friendly regulations, and then establish partnerships. And this is pretty much more the work of the National Center for AI and Robotics within the Ministry of Communications. Some of the principles of the participatory governance that is evident in the AI collective, it involves active engagement of diverse stakeholders. It engages civil society and media to address important issues like misinformation, bias, unequal access, and to ensure inclusive AI governance. It also focuses on ethical AI governance and encourages joint problem solving. And this
Okay,
particular
can
model
I ask you
is
one
important.
question? And then,
Right, right. It's important to scale across Africa because, we need to establish a Pan-African training program and AI incubators to foster innovation. We need to establish regional AI labs, data repositories and computational resources across Africa. Africa needs to engage community-based organizations to bridge a digital divide and align efforts with regional organizations like the African Union for AI governance. Yeah, pretty much a work in progress. There's need to also conduct interviews, have new case studies for this particular paper that I'm working on. Thank you.